welcome back to my channel. Some very, very sad news is coming out directly from Wendy Williams' team. They have issued a public relations announcement allowing for her fans to know that she has been diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia and aphasia. So, of course, I personally had no idea what either of these things were. I know what dementia is, but I have never heard of frontotemporal dementia or aphasia. So I definitely did do some digging to understand a little bit more about these conditions that Wendy has just been diagnosed with. And here's what I found. Frontotemporal dementia, otherwise known as FTD, is a rare group of neurodegenerative diseases that affect the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain. These lobes are responsible for various functions, including the frontal lobe, which encompasses your personality, decision-making, judgment, social behavior, and language production. So that's quite interesting, right? Because we've seen that Wendy Williams' personality has very much changed over the last couple of years now. She hasn't been making the greatest decisions, her judgment and stuff. The social behavior is a little bit off. As for language production, I haven't really noticed anything along that line. Then the other part is the temporal lobe, which includes language comprehension, memory, emotions, and sensory healing. So when nerve cells in these areas are damaged, it leads to a progressive decline in cognitive and behavioral abilities. Now, when it comes to aphasia, the other thing that Wendy was diagnosed with, it's a language disorder caused by damage to the brain areas responsible for communication. This can occur due to various events, including strokes, head injuries, or progressive diseases like FTD. So the connection, not all FTD cases involve aphasia. So some individuals experience more significant behavioral changes and personality shifts due to damage primarily in the frontal lobe. And aphasia, by the way, can also be a symptom of FTD. So when the damage affects the temporal lobe, particularly areas related to language processing, aphasia can become a prominent feature. So this specific type of aphasia is called primary progressive aphasia. There are about 3 different types of primary progressive aphasia, by the way. There's non-fluent, semantic, and logopenic. So non-fluent aphasia involves difficulty speaking fluently with effortful and slow speech. Semantic aphasia is difficulty understanding the meaning of words and sentences, and logopenic aphasia involves difficulty finding the right words to express oneself. I also did a search on Google about just frontotemporal dementia itself. So the definitions that I had just read to you guys, I got those from ChatGPT. You know, I like to ask ChatGPT some of my more deep questions, because that way it's all laid out for me versus me having to go through different Google pages. So when I went on Google itself and I looked up frontotemporal dementia, I read something that kind of made my heart skip a beat. It said, and this is from NIH.gov, and it says that people with FTD typically live 6 to 8 years with their condition, sometimes longer, sometimes less. Most people die of problems related to advanced disease. So that really is quite scary. Like my heart can't take it. Wendy has gone through so much in the past couple of years. We saw the way her husband just treated her like absolute garbage, the divorce, the baby by another woman in the middle of their marriage, the way that he is just spending all her money on his mistress and whatnot. Wendy, she also has other diseases, right? She's got Graves disease, which affects her eyes. You see her with like the bulging eyes and whatnot. And then she's also got lymphedema, which affects mainly her legs, which are, you know, very swollen and large. So it's just really sad how she was dealt such a poor deck of cards when it comes to her health. Like my heart really truly does break for her. Her team released publicly. So it said, and I quote, "Over the past few years, questions have been raised at times about Wendy's ability to process information, and many have speculated about Wendy's condition, particularly when she began to lose words, act erratically at times, and have difficulty understanding financial transactions." Remember, her accounts were frozen. She is under some sort of a conservatorship. It did get rather serious. So they also said that the decision to share this news was difficult, but in doing so, Wendy Williams and her team are hoping to raise awareness about aphasia and FTD. Now, here's another quote. Unfortunately, many individuals diagnosed with aphasia and frontotemporal dementia face stigma and misunderstanding, particularly when they begin to exhibit behavioral changes but have not yet received a diagnosis. Wow, you guys, I really can't hear. Don't forget that Wendy is going to have her Lifetime documentary entitled "Where is Wendy Williams?" coming out February 24th. So that's just in 2 days from now. So I do wonder if they had been sitting on this news for a while now, and they will be discussing it on the documentary. And in the time being, they wanted to kind of just like raise awareness and have some more interest around Wendy's name for now, in order to get more people to watch the documentary, to learn more about these diseases, and to also learn about other conditions that Wendy Williams suffers from. Remember, I just said that she was also dealing with Graves disease. She was also dealing with lymphedema. And there have been a lot of other dramatic things to happen in Wendy's life that she wants to share with people in order to raise awareness for those various things. And I think that DV is definitely going to be a theme there as well. So, wow, Wendy, you are so brave to share this. I am wishing you all the best, and I just can't believe what a harsh deck of cards that you have been dealt with. It really, really is sad to see. But anyway, you guys, I just wanted to relay the message to you. So in the meantime, let me know what you think about all this. And also let me know in the comments, please, if you're going to be watching Wendy Williams's Lifetime documentary. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.